Oku Chineke, ino. Ito hekwen ni memmo. Ego ekpata. And now when you come to a service like this, and now you rest, we are resting in peace. I say, am I resting in peace and I am going down? You are bringing yourself down. Why? You are making a negative confession against yourself. Because the moment one is a new creature, one is expected to be on top in everything you do. Why not make a change today? Even those at the sound of my voice. You ask somebody to say, "Ono lo na emem na bia late. Ono lo na agwukwa na agwu." Eh? Ask your brother, say, "Brother, ono lo na agwu agwu." There is no sister here. Are you carnal? Tell your brother, say, "Brother, bro, ono lo na agwu agwu." Shop. Ask the other person, shop or na agwu agwu. Ask again. You see, I don't know who was telling me this yesterday. A man that was dying. A man that was dying. I don't know who told me this story. Whether yesterday or 2 days. When at the point of death, on a chokoku biumeo. Kede Emeka? Emeka's anomia. Nkemkwan. That's anomia. Ya banket. Kedi makwan. Emasa anomia. Mike kwan. Mike sa anomia. Oh, onye no kwan on a shop. Onye no na shop. All of you are not this place. Who is in the shop? A man that is dying. A man that is dying. At the sick bed, he is more important than shop. And coincidentally, an Anambra man. Are you hearing me? At the sick bed, at the point of dying, Obawa, can you know happen shop? Who need a happen shop? Buno log. Onye no na shop. If he was a new creature, he would have asked them, "Have you studied your word this morning?" Which means, have you seen this man? If you like, bury him with aeroplane. He will continue to labor, buying and selling forever in his life. No peace. Do you get what I'm saying? I am not saying that being committed to buying and selling or making money is bad. But don't allow it to take over your life. Paul says, "Oman akpatego amam yemma wa mamonye Yeshua the Messiah." Achomima ihemma bonye Yeshua the Messiah. Because when I have him, I have all. Confession. Second phase of maturity. I am resting in peace. Rest. You are always relaxed. No matter the situation or circumstances, you are relaxed. Because Ibamba Logo, will it change your situation? Ihigona is solve the problem. That is personal punishment executed to yourself and over somebody's what? Mistake. One man is saying, "Ihe na-ewe iwe abụghị di anyị ji m n'ala n'afọ m aja n'ọnụ. Ọ di anyị gwara anyị so o jisie m ike." Do you understand? In my health, my age mate, fight says, the age mate eburu ya kwọ ya n'ala were aja fọ ya n'ọnụ. Age mate ha nọ ebe ha karịa bịa gapụta ya. Ya so o jisie ike. That second age mate is anger. That second age mate is sorrow. That second age mate is negative thinking. Is always around waiting for opportunity to execute you. And that's why you don't submit to him. Having grown, you mature in the second phase. The third phase will do what? Will begin. And the third phase is what? Rest is now one with me. Oneness with rest is oneness with Shabbat. And oneness with Shabbat is victory over issues of life. What does that mean? Wherever you see yourself, you will see rest. Whatever you touches, rest will be in it. You will never be moved. Everywhere you find yourself, you will only be remembering his goodness and his mercy. I am with rest. You will be contented with what he has given to you. Many are not contented. They are not satisfied. You may not have physical money in a bank account, but you have good health. Are you not better than somebody that has 1 billion in account but is bedridden? Are you not better off? You may not have physical cash, but your marriage is very sweet. Is it not more than money? You may not have money, but there are many ways Elohim has blessed us. There are many that don't even have a trade, talk of a shop. True of us. But you have one. That you have not arrived now. Is it a problem? And you begin to complain. We are talking about rest in peace. Bringing all men to rest. That is the reason Elohim is opening our eyes to the reality of his word. That Owaburonike. Touch to your brother. Say, brother. Owaburonike. This life is not by power. Human power can never take you to anywhere. Only by his grace. Then the moment you matured, in the third phase of active maturity, something will happen. You will begin to bring all men to rest. or Shabbat. Bringing all men to Shabbat is what it means to enjoy rest. A life after third maturity in rest is greater works we did in part 2. That is why greater works is not healing the sick, raising the dead. It's not. Greater works is a life after rest. Having peace of mind. Joy of salvation is greater works. Oburego. It's not how much in your pocket or in your bank account. Peace. And that's why you should value the peace of mind more than gold and silver. Many people don't value the peace of mind. They value gold and silver more than the peace of mind. How can you enjoy rest when you don't bring others to rest? So if you want to enjoy in this life, give somebody joy. Whatsoever a man soweth, that he shall what? Reap. And Elohim is saying this morning, give rest so that you will have rest. Give joy so that you can have joy. Give love so that you can receive love. Whatever you sow, you shall reap. Is somebody hearing me? In part 2, we discovered that giving rest to man is by preaching. Preaching. Say preaching. By teaching. By teaching. Teaching. You teach by example. You do what? You teach by example. You teach by example. You show how to do it by yourself. And others will learn from you and key in. So to enjoy rest is greater works. And you cannot enjoy rest until you give rest. You manifest rest. You believe rest. The goodness of others will be more important to you than your own goodness. Goodness of others will be more important than your own goodness. It's like yesterday, I appreciated our pastor. You know, I don't commend people easily. But he doesn't know how I valued his action. Yesterday, we had a visitor here. He said, I will take him. I said, oh, wonderful. Later, I called him. He was getting to the house around 9. I said, yes. And the prayer was laid in my heart. I prayed over his head. I would not say that one. Because that prayer came to me for him under a certain atmosphere. Regardless of the rain, he took the person. Forfeited rest his own. So why wouldn't the person get rest? When you see somebody in trouble, no matter how little, whether you know the person or you don't know the person. Do you know that? you give rest. Give rest. No matter how little. When people are talking about giving, you know people, ego. Money is part of it, but money is not giving. Money is not what? That is the issue. You can give care. You can give love. You can care for somebody. You can give advice. Even when he can give mad advice, don't bother. He will even hate you and see you as a wicked man. Answer a wicked man now. In the future, your blessing will come back. Because there is a way you will look at somebody you love and you say, don't do this. Remain where you are. Let him or her be what? Angry. Because you know what you wanted. Touch your brother. Touch your brother. Say, give rest. Ask him touch your brother. Ask him touch. Soft touch. Soft one. Soft touch. Are you hearing me? Tell your neighbor, tell your brother, say, brother, rest, come. Restlessness, bye. You know, those that didn't come the special program we have don't know what is bye-bye. Bye. Say restlessness, bye. Tell the next person, say, please, sorrow in your life, bye-bye. Rest. No wonder Apostle, I love Paul too much. In Galatians chapter 2 verse 20, I want us to read it. Galatians 2. Let us see now how you can give rest. What qualifies you to give rest? We are talking about. Galatians chapter 2 verse 20.
Galatians 2 verse 20 says,
yes.
And I am crucified with Yeshua.
I am what? Crucified. Yes.
Nevertheless I live.
Child.
Yet not I.
Child.
But Yeshua liveth in me.
Child.
And the life which I live now in the flesh.
Yes.
I live by the faith of Yeshua, who loved me and gave himself for me.
Child. Did you get that? On the Bible again. So which means for you to give rest in order to enjoy rest, you must, number one, know, confess, and believe that you are crucified. You are what? What was crucified? Who can answer? What was crucified? Based on what we are teaching now, what was crucified? Yes? Sin, law, and death, correct? But there is something I'm looking for. Because that sin, law, and death is the product of what I'm looking for. In fact, yeah, Mike, on your like waka, Kurato saya, Kurato, with a kanga.
Self.
Ngwa, Kowaka. Since I'm not pushing since you na koromaka. Kora ya. Oh yeah, me no toto ji gba ọsọ exam. Gba ọsọ. Agba ụkwụ ha na-emetụ ha na ntị. Exam ka unu ga-ederịrị ya. Kama aga na shop ha gba ha ụkwụ. Ha esikwuo na shop mee gịnị? Gba ọsọ. Anyị nwekọ shop ya. Ịda ha ị ga-agakwa shop ọzọ. We will overtake the shop until he pass exam. Joy your brother. Ile kwede ule. Iba loss. Iba rosule. Hallelujah. Do you see? Self is what? Crucified. You crucify self. When self is crucified in your life, you can't do anything out of a selfish what? And that is the number one way you can give rest. When I want to advise you, I will first of all put myself in your shoe. Do you know that some people give others advice for them to fail? And they will force you to believe the advice because they want to see you fail. That is not a new creature. Of course, I might hear too much. Come go and I'm here. Or be to you. But Elohim says, we are called to bring in all men to rest. Removing your benefit first. Put the benefit of the person. That is what Paul was writing. That's why Paul in that 2 Corinthians 2 verse 3, he says, I am weak, still I continue to say the truth. Like Pastor said when he was teaching, he said it was men that forced ministers to be using the Bible to steal. Using persuasive words. Because they are false ministers. A true minister that he doesn't have money in his pocket cannot twist the Bible. Yes. He already has it in him to defraud men with the Bible before the opportunity will come. Is somebody hearing me? You don't change the Bible because of your personal need. You now begin to say things that are not the wisdom of Yahweh, so that you will get one thing or the other. What is the benefits? Paul says, I am crucified. Self is crucified in me. When self is still alive in you, that is when men can force you to even do what you don't want to do. Even here now we are. Do you know I have been persuaded to return some activities here. As we are here now, you see, if you watch now, we are no more announcing we need this, we need that here. True of us. Many have not asked, why did I stop? I have stopped and I have stopped it. As at the level we are operating now, anybody who is waiting for me to come and tell you we need AC, we need this, you are joking. I will not. Happy. Blessing. When the time of reaping comes, the person will sew on it and collect it. Because you can't change the scripture over any man. No. That is where false doctrine comes. Come and sew now, you see, when you just buy AC here now and put here, Elohim will give you this type of house in the next 2-3 years. Amen. Somebody about also, you are a hypocrite. Already you are a thief. Are you hearing me? Paul said that is the danger of self. Ego. And now some people chokurano kane tu ha. Gine tu ha hane weekend amen. Iju ni get tu ha riba. Riba. In fact, we should get you no problem. Onye ki choro ko tu ga. Ima ase ju kurish wuro nwe ya. Ima akwa mu afọ. Eju mere gini. A snail that covered itself with a scale has denied himself from food. True of us. For you to bring man to rest, you must be selfless. Selfless. That is what Galatians was talking about. Number 2, you must consciously know, consciously confess, consciously believe that you are not the one who is living. You are not what? The one who is living. You must know you are not the one who live. You must confess it. I am no more the one living, because the I in you has been what? Crucified. So whether things are normal now or not, it does not matter. He who lives in me can never put himself to shame. Did you get that? Until you know that you are not the one who lives, you will never give rest. For you to give rest, you must consciously know. You must consciously confess. And you must consciously believe that Yeshua the Father lives where? In you. That is what Paul was writing. That Yeshua